Hello and welcome to today's variant proportion update for Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. Today in this video we are going to take a look at the variant proportions across all the HHS regions in the country, starting off with the national level. If you remember in the last time we did this video, BF.7 and BA.2.75 have entered the picture. So let's see where we are this week. Well, here on the national level, the BA.5 variant still is the dominant strain of coronavirus, with 83.1% of the cases. BA.4.6 is at 11.9% of the cases. BF.7 is at 2.3% of the cases. BA.4 is at 1.4% of the cases. 2.75 is at 1.4% of the cases. And the old 2.12.1, BA.2, and all these others are no longer really in existence aside from maybe one or two cases. Switching over to Region 1, which is Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. In Region 1, you will notice BA.5 is slightly less, 82.2% of the cases. BA.4.6 is 11.5% of the cases. BF.7 is 3.9% of the cases. BA.2.75 is 1.3% of the cases. And BA.4 is 1.2% of the cases. Region 2, New Jersey, New York, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Don't ask me why Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands are in the same category as New York and New Jersey. Never made sense to me either. The BA.5 variant here is only 79.8% of the cases. The BA.4.6 has gained more ground here, 14.1% of the cases. BF.7 is 2.8% of the cases. And the 2.75 variant is 2.3% of the cases. And BA.4 is 1.1% of the cases. Region 3, Delaware, District of Columbia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and West Virginia. Here you will see BA.5 is 79.3% of the cases. 4.6 is 14.9% of the cases, so slightly higher. BF.7 is 3.2% of the cases. BA.2.75 is 1.3%. And the BA.4 variant is 1.3%. Moving on to Region 4, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. BA.5 is 79.8% of the cases here. BA.4.6 is 15.6% of the cases here. BF.7 is 2.3%. BA.4 is 1.4%. BA.2.75 is 0.8%. And with BA.4.6 being 15.6% of the cases, that could be a reason why we're seeing Louisiana starting to rise again. Anytime you get a new subvariant, cases do start to rise if you get enough of that subvariant being the percent of the cases. Region 5, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Here you will see BA.5 is slightly more of the cases, which is 85.4%, 4.6 is 9.3%, BF.7 is 2.3%, BA.4 is 1.3%, and BA.2.75 is 1.7% of the cases. Now we move on to Region 6, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. Here you will see BA.5 is 87.6% of the cases, BA.4.6 is 8.2% of the cases, BA.4 is 1.8% of the cases, BF.7 is 1.3% of the cases, BA.2.75 is 1.1% of the cases. Correction to something I said before. This is the region Louisiana is in, and here we're only seeing 8.2% of 4.6 variants. So, not sure why Louisiana is really starting to rise, but they are. Chances are it's probably in relation to back to school. Alright, Region 7, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. If you've been following along, Iowa has had the highest percent of the 4.6 variant. Let's see where they stand with that now. Whoa. BA.5 is 75.8% of the cases. 4.6 is 20.8% of the cases, so it still stands. They are still the highest percent of that. BA.4 is 1.4%. BF.7 is 1.2%, and 2.75 is 0.7%. So the new subvariants have not really grown there yet. Region 8, Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, and Wyoming. BA.5 is 90.7%, so BA.5 is the highest that we've seen so far here in this region. 4.6 is 6.2%, BA.4 is 1.4%, BA.2.75 is 0.9%, BF.7 is 0.7%. Now, Region 9, we get into a lot of sub-territories. Arizona, California, Hawaii, Nevada, American Samoa, Commonwealth of Northern Minera Islands, Federated States of Micronesia. BA.5 is even higher here, 90.8%. BA.4.6 is 4.7%. BA.2.75 is 1.7%. BF.7 is 1.6%. And BA.4 is 1.3% of the cases. All right, final region. Region 10, Alaska, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Here you'll see the BA.5 subvariant is 89.6% of cases. BA.4.6 is 5.3% of cases. BF.7 is 2.2% of the cases. BA.2.75 is 1.6% of the cases. And BA.4 is 1.2% of the cases. Alright, that does it for the subvariants. It is clear that 4.6 is still gaining growth. BF.7 and BA.2.75 is slowly growing, but in some regions, 4.6 is on path to possibly take over before we get a BF.7 or 2.75 wave. Alright, stay safe everyone. We will do another subvariant proportion update next week when they update again. Remember to continue masking and hit like and subscribe down below to see more videos like this or any other videos that we do. Have a great day everyone.